Hey everybody, how you all doing? Yeah, I still got the same t-shirt on. Yeah, it is an awesome porcupine t-shirt. Thank you. I get a lot of compliments on this t-shirt when I wear it. I bought it when I saw Porcupine Tree in Seattle a few years ago. I love this album too, and that image. I think that's an awesome image. It's very. It can mean nothing, but it seems to mean many things to me. Light bulb sun. What a name too. I'm sure eventually someone, or probably someone, has that for a band name already. Oh, people, I've been saying the word thankful a lot, and I'm going to say it again today. I'm just really, really thankful for my life, for a lot of things. My buds came by last night. Those really are my friends. Nick is a very good friend of mine. David is a good friend, and Mason too. They live in Atlanta, Georgia. But thick as thieves when we get together. And so it was just great to have the guys over last night. And, I just feel really, really, really privileged because Nick left the test pressing here for me to really peruse for him and for the band, which I really appreciate. And I am honored that I am recognized for being able to give valuable input. Real happy about that. There is a flaw in the test pressing, so they have to get a second pressing. But as far as the cut, if it wasn't for the flaw, this would be good to go. There is a flaw, but the cut is beautiful, beautiful transfer. My down and dirty review of Icky Blossoms album, which will be out on July 17th on Saddle Creek Records, it's ready for a commercial audience. It's good. It's not commercial, but it has so much going for it. It's very danceable, but it's not just a dance record. It has depth. It has references to things that we all relate to, and there's a sense of angst in some of the songs. There's even a sad, kind of tragic love song that I really feel it when I hear it. It's like, these are my friends. They're writing this stuff. It blows. It does. I am continually blown away that my friends and myself are making music that is so good. I'm gonna put this on in the background because I know that I can't play it for you. You know what I'm saying? But the album starts off really electronic. Matter of fact, the first song is the one that I get credit on, which I'm really pleased about. I'm in the credits on the album. I'm really happy about that. So it opens with the song that I helped write, and well, shit, that alone is quite nice. But in all honesty, it starts off good and just gets better. By side two, we're getting into anthems. And again, I need to keep saying, guys, this isn't because these are my friends. This is really good. I really wish them the best of success. They have the elements to attract a young, music-loving, and club-going audience. I think it's real strong, real strong. And if Saddle Creek are able to work it like they need to, in other words, if they spend some money on some advertising, Icky Blossoms could happen because it's really good. It's really good. Again, reference points along the line: Nirvana, Depeche Mode, Human League. More recently, that's a good one, good question. They would be able to tell you their more recent influences, I'm not sure I can say. I'll also tell you this. Dave Sitek of TV on the Radio, who produced the album, was worth every penny. He really brought out, and we listened to it. Like I say, I heard the master digitally when it was done months ago over here with Nick, and we were really, really pleased. It's even more open on the vinyl. There's something about a good vinyl cut where when something is engineered well, that the separation of the parts somehow, it's like they establish their place in the room even more than, I don't know, it could be an illusion due to my thoughts, but it does seem like that. A good cut record allows the music to physically be placed in the mix in the room better than digital. Maybe not, but it seems like it. It sounded great last night. It sounds great this morning. We had such a wonderful visit. Mason hadn't been over for a while, so he went nuts on my collection. He's a big collector. Last time I was in Atlanta, I went nuts on his collection. I mean, he's a progger and a krautrocker and an electronic music fiend. So we got into the Nurse's Moon last night. And it's really nice to talk to someone that is a true aficionado of the good shit. And he had not seen this before, so and this is a beautiful Nurse with Moon space music. Remember I got this at Amoeba last year when I was in LA visiting Stephanie to see YMO? I had never seen it before. The price wasn't too bad, but it was just like, well, I can't leave it in the store. We didn't get a chance to play this. We just mainly had an opportunity to just kind of go talk about the way Stephen Stapleton goes about his work and the aesthetic of this label and this art. We also talked, we listened to, besides Icky Blossoms, we did listen to Universe Zero. Matiziak hadn't heard Universe Zero yet, and so that was fun to turn him on to that. And then we listened to Secondhand Daylight by Magazine, which Nick had not heard. Mason and David and I love that album. And we rocked out. I mean, you wouldn't think that Magazine is a band to rock out to. Yes, they are. That album is badass. Secondhand Daylight, people. God, if you don't know that album. It's a rock masterpiece. Magazine, Secondhand Daylight is a rock masterpiece. So we're on the second song here. This record is good to go. It's good to go. Jim and the missus, if you happen to see this, call me. I'm not a caller, so you're going to have to call me. That's not me being shitty. I'm not a caller, so call me. And the other thing I got to let you know is that I cannot spend, or rather, I don't want to spend the entire day with you Saturday, because that's not how I am. I'm not like a lot of people. I get tired of people. I do. Even though I haven't met you yet. I'm just being real upfront. Last night I had great fun with my friends. But when it was time for them to go, I was ready for them to go. Okay? So it won't work for me to spend the entire day with you. Okay? We can talk about what you want to do and what we will do. But I just need to let you know that would suck. Having to spend too much time with anybody sucks. When I'm on tour, I adapt because I accept the reality of the situation. But you better believe that when I'm on tour, as much as possible, I find a way to get away from everyone for a little while, every day, or else I will get very cranky. Just letting y'all know. The other thing about it is you gotta. Well, maybe you don't think good about this. See, I'm a nerd. You guys are a couple, and I'm single. You know, I can only handle so much of being around couples. Surely, well, maybe you don't understand. Do any of you guys understand what I'm saying? When you're not a couple and you're with a couple, that can get really unpleasant. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. I really am. I just want to lay that out for you. And I just want to, again, just really let you know, I'm not a regular, normal kind of thinking person. I'm not. This is not a diss. I'm just telling you. You'll find out when you meet me. I am not a typical Western American thinker. There's just a lot of stuff that people do all the time that's just part of regular mundane life that ain't me at all. Okay? Just letting you know. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Okay. Thank you again, Gilbert. Thank you again so much. Thank you so much. I want to thank other people that have given me music, but I'll forget them while I'm off. Yeah, I'll think about them off, and then when I get on camera, I forget. You folks have been so kind to me over the last couple of years, sending me so much fantastic music. I appreciate all of it. I really do. So excited about Icky Blossoms coming out. Oh, okay. Here's something. Okay. Yesterday, I ended up in the market for a little bit, and where do you end up? In the record store. I bought two used albums for over $10, and I bought two for $3 and $4 a piece. So I'll show those first. I found this for $3. Dave Pike. I recently bought another album of his. He's a vibraphonist. This is really nice music. Nothing to get excited about, but it's really, really relaxing. On a Gentle Note is the perfect name for this album. It's on the Muse label. There are some good Muse albums. Muse is a pretty decent album, decent label for jazz. There are not any names to mention on this album. This is just really pleasant. Along the same lines, I bought this knowing that this is one of Oscar Peterson's records that he made for the paying audience. You know, Oscar Peterson is an amazing musician, but he became famous partially because he was discovered by, you know, the rich. And I'm pretty sure I'm saying this right, that not only would he make records for music lovers, but he would make records to pay the bills, you know. And I think this is one of them. This is called Affinity. And it's just like dinner, music to eat dinner by, you know. It's really well played, but it's like, what are some of the tunes on here? Waltz for Debbie, Baubles, Bangles, and Beads, Yours is My Heart Alone. You know, this was only like, what, $4. It's a simple but effective cover. I love Oscar Peterson's playing, period. Him and Oscar and Art Tatum. So I grabbed it. And it's light, you know. Oscar Peterson has some incredible albums. This is not one of them, but I'm glad I bought it. What I found yesterday that I'm really happy about, well, these two, both of these I'm really happy I found. This one is a reissue. A friend of mine actually had a copy. He got it as a promo when we were teens, about the same time I got my promos from the radio station. It's the Dereck Whipper Jenny. This is so cool. This is a white psychedelic soul band that got released on James Brown's People label with the James Brown production stamp and everything. The leader of this band's name is Dave Matthews, not the one modern day Dave Matthews, but he was a musician who was involved in the production of James Brown's album Show Is Funky Down Here. And this album was recorded about the same time. This is awesome. This is psychedelic. This is funky. There's a couple of weak spots, but mostly this is cool. And what I really like about this, besides it having that kind of 70s kind of cool, groovy rock sound, is the primitive sound effects experimentation on here. Yeah. Dereck Whipper Jenny. This has been amazingly. This has been reissued. I don't know who reissued it. Maybe James Brown's label, whoever owns it now. But it's the original label. People. This was a great find yesterday. And I wonder if my friend still has the original copy. I doubt it. My other super find for the day yesterday for $9.99, a German pressing of Training in John Coltrane with Red Garland. I was a happy camper when I found this. I've said many times, I just kind of have a fetish for import pressings. And I'm very familiar with this. Training In is a blues that I know very well. The way that this goes, my brother and I have played Training In for years, so I know these changes inside and out. But I just love it. It's a beautiful prestige German pressing. I just really, really like those foreign pressings. That would be another bucket list thing that I would love to accomplish, is to have one of my records to come out on a foreign pressing, like pressed over in Europe somewhere, with one of these thin, kind of glossy. I like those covers. They are kind of flimsy, you know, the old European covers that are kind of flimsy. But I have a romantic love of them. That would be something that would mean a lot to me, is to get something on vinyl released in Europe. Sun Ambulance, the CD that I'm on, has a European CD release, but not a European vinyl release. Oh, one more thing here. I want to applaud the VC in general, and I want to applaud Infinite Groove, and especially Sour Juggernaut. Guys, this is what this is all about. We're going to show the rest of the world that some of us are grown up. I'm certain that you guys, like me, when you go to other places on YouTube and the internet where there's interaction, the horrid way that people talk to each other and treat each other, I'm so proud that we here are decent and mature. My acid trip video was a slight point of contention for a second for you, Jesse. And we got it. We cleared the air with us. Infinite Groove kind of caught it late. He put in his 2 cents, stirred up something for a second, and then you guys worked it out. Right there. It's all there to be seen in the comments. That's what I'm talking about, people. We can do this. I want to prove, actually, to get bold here, I want to prove wrong people who don't think that we can raise the bar on humanity and behavior. We can. Incivility and just general jerkish behavior is unwelcome and unneeded here. And I'm glad that the majority of us, we VC members, are being examples of that and what we want. I applaud you, Jesse and Anthony, for being real and adults about, just, communication. Everything is cool. Everything is smooth, like it ought to be, because rational, mature adults can talk things out, unlike the irrational, fucked up leaders that we have in the world who are so busy trying to meet their agenda as opposed to do anything for anybody's worth well-being. So once again, I'm shouting out to the VC in general and to my brothers Infinite Groove and Sour Juggernaut. Way to be, people. I also want to shout out to Brendan. I watched your anti-Brendan video. That's just very creative, Brendan. Fantastic. Many people I love here. Many people. One other thought regarding dislikes. You know, it also occurred to me that there could be a contingent of people who do the dislike who are not haters or trollers, but in their minds, they just can't wrap their minds around this idea of peace, love, and harmony. It just probably either seems nerdy, unreal, uncool, or just they just don't get it. And I have imagined that it's possible that there may be some folks who just because of that just put the red mark. You know what I'm saying? Just don't get it. You know. Just thought of that and thought I'd share that. You know. Because in the past I have had people message me saying they just don't understand. They think this is weird. You know, perfect strangers saying they love each other. Well, we need a whole lot more of this. Saying I love you is a whole lot better than just meeting you in a bar and fucking you after meeting you for the first time and starting all that mess. And that's what most people do, which is just stupid. I know we love sex and we're supposed to have sex, but people, I'm going to put you on notice. Indiscriminate sexual behaviors, it's stupid and it's harmful. That's why I don't do it. I mean, you know, I have a big libido. I'm a Higgins. I'd like to fuck damn near everybody I see. But I don't. Because I don't want to add to the confusion. Anyway, those are some thoughts of mine. Today I have band practice, or this evening. Today it's supposed to be another warm one. So get out there and sweat. Try to stay in some kind of shape. Oh, Icky Blossoms is playing a last minute show tonight. They just announced it on Facebook yesterday. So I'm planning to go to that tonight. And that's about all I know. So when you feel like it, Jim, try to give me a call this afternoon, okay? Have a good one, everyone.